Patrick Purdy is just an individual that I think we'll never really truly understand, and that's the only reason why I wish he had survived. So we could try to understand an individual that would do something so horrific that he did. I think I have to be honest to say it's just pure hatred for the individual. I don't have any good feelings, or think anything that happened in his life could have possibly mitigated his responsibility for this.
I've never hated Patrick Purdy. A lot of people do, and I'm a devout Christian. And I think that has a lot to do with it. He was my faith. It's hard for me to hate really anybody. I've always been like that, even before I was a Christian. I've always believed that, if you harbor hatred towards somebody, it makes you sick.
As an individual, I'm glad he did what he did. I'm glad he took his life. I would have hated to have seen the justice system, go into that and have this thing drawn out and drawn out and drawn out, and maybe, who knows what would have happened with the legal system.
Patrick Purdy should burn in hell, period. That's just how I feel. He may have been a troubled little 5-year-old that nobody had the chance to intervene or help. But the result of that is just more than I can deal with.
I guess naturally I'm not a vindictive person. I don't like to take revenge on anybody. I believe God's going to deal with that person, Whatever he went through, I don't know. To say that, I wish for him to rot in hell and to die in, the lake of fire, do backstrokes in the lake of fire or something, that's a little bit overboard for me.
I still feel angry, but I did not mean that, wish him, like she said, or whatever, but I just, why did he take that place? If he wanted to kill himself, why somewhere else, not at school? Why did he do that to the young kids, that they were innocent? If he did not want to live or he had any problems, he should do something else by himself, alone.
I think we all try to forget it, because we not just have this tragedy in our life. We have a lot in Khmer rules that we try to forget already. So we don't want to add into our memory all the bad stuff, because it's already past. Purdy, he planned, he make a plan to kill people. You put your car into the exploser material and it bomb, and then you come here and you set the time. You have a plan to kill people and you kill yourself. That's not crazy people. That's what they don't like the word crazy. When they say they just make an excuse that him crazy. Crazy is not kill people like that,
Yeah, I'm really curious about why Purdy just kill only black hair, the kid that have black hair. Because our Asian have black hair.
I remember seeing Patrick Purdy's dead body, and I remember hating that man. I remember not bothered at all. I mean, the whole school ground looked like a war zone. I saw more blood and gore than any human being wants to see. But the fact that this young man was dead and part of his head was blown off didn't bother me at all, because I hated him for having killed our children. It was only months later when one of my teachers, who had been on the staff for a long time, way before I was there, told me privately that she remembered Patrick Purdy as a child. And she remembered that he was a loner and that he would stare and make her feel kind of uncomfortable with just kind of hollow eyes. It was only at that time that I all of a sudden had a wake-up call and remembered that Patrick Purdy was once a little boy, and we failed him. He slipped through the cracks. He slipped through the interventions that should have been caught at the school system, and he slipped through the cracks of mental health because he had been in treatment in mental health. And I guess my request is that we've got to do better here, because I can tell you over my many years of work with children, you can spot our troubled children very early on. You can spot them in kindergarten. We've got to do better with our interventions and our mental health to help children work through the problems of childhood so they don't grow up to be angry adults and monsters who hurt other people. And if some really real good can come out of the death of our 5 little children, I hope that we have a wake-up call here and know and see the signs, because sadly, I see more and more angry children in our school systems every day. And we've got to respond to their needs and work with them so that they can have positive and productive lives.